Vert over 28. This dude must have dropped 20 in like 7 minutes. Because he had 20 points. He had 20 points in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 43. What?
Yo, come on. True. Yeah. Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell that. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.Dot code headlines.
Well, that's because
Money. Yeah. Money.
MoneyPot.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And we are live. Welcome back for another episode of MoneyPot Podcast. Regular season is over. We got the offs coming. Playoffs is up. I am your host, Mall's fucking Money. And I got my guys with me to my right, a.k.a. Big Slim. Steve-O, what's up, bro?
It's good, fellas.
Man, it's good to see you here, man.
Yeah, man,
Absolutely. Back in full effect. We all here.
Yes, sir.
Time to get to this money,
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, Steve. Get right to it. Good to see you back, brother. And then I got to my, damn, you going to fix your collar? You getting ready for the intro? You said it, right? He said, hold up. He might give me my due. Little bit. You sure about that? My man, B.Diddy, man, major unit. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? It's another week, another dollar.
Yes, sir. Let's get collected. Yes, sir. So, damn, we hooping on Sunday, dog. Hooping on Sunday, man. Let me just show y'all out there to the people what we got. Run them for them. All right. We hit 3 out of 4 prop bets. Then we went back and then
he was on the money on them prop bets.
Oh yeah.
And it really should have been 4 out of 4. What happened?
Oh, Rager.
No, it wasn't. Well,
Evans.
It was Evans.
He was on and then if y'all was with us last week on Sunday, remember that 35-1 parlay I had? Mm-hmm. Yo, I had a 35-1 parlay I gave out. Crushed it all. And then Rager killed me.
What do you had to go over?
30 yards. And he dropped the one pass.
He
dropped the one pass, and then he caught the other one. Then
that was actually a bad pass by
him. It was because he had to go back.
Yeah,
it
hit him in his fucking hand.
No, it did.
Tough pass.
But it was tough.
It was catchable.
And I went back. Actually, literally went back and watched that route.
Right.
He ran a great route.
Yeah, he didn't lead him.
Yeah.
Didn't hit that corner route.
Yeah,
because
it was to the left.
It was to the left.
Yeah, he had to turn his whole body around
because it was short.
But we lost the bet though, dog.
Yeah.
But then here's another teaching thing: I didn't hedge.
And literally, we were talking about the conversation that night.
I didn't hedge the bet, so it was I had $50 to win $1,800. Lost it on the last leg.
What could you have done though? You could have made at least
a
five.
nickel. Yeah. So,
always, if you can, man, always try to hedge if you can.
Facts. So we tried to finish strong. We tried to finish strong, and what we said we was going to do, we was going to finish strong, and we finished strong. So we coming back for the first quarter bet, man. If y'all like what y'all hear, if y'all like what you see, make sure y'all on there, hit that like button. We dropping jewels today. We're going to give you the slate for the wild card. We're going to give you a little bit of toolage, a little bit of knowledge, a little information. Then we're going to talk about a little bit of stuff that's been going on in sports. And then we just going to parlay. We're going to sit back, man. First quarter bet. Let's go.
Here comes
There.
Here we go. Money talk.
So when y'all hear that money, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. All right, you know what? I'm going to start it right off, man. This is what I got for you. This is my lock of the week. I got a 3-team teaser. 10-pointer.
Gotta get him.
A lot of 10 points.
We going Buffalo, getting them at plus 3.5. Check. We going Tennessee, plus 13.
Plus 13. Check.
And then we going Pittsburgh, plus 4. Check. 2-unit play. Lock it in.
Nice.
All right. So I'll break it down.
It's like, I just feel like this week is going to just be. This is going to be one motherfucking team. I don't know which team it's going to be, and I hope it ain't one of the motherfuckers I pick.
That's
but it's going to be one team.
Absolutely.
It's going to be
one.
one.
Vegas got these lines where everybody going to be teasing shit.
Oh, for sure.
And either they're going to get raped, or we're on television, so I don't say that's a bad word. They're going to say rape, but they're going to get fucked up.
Raped.
Or they gonna rape us, and that's how it's gonna happen.
Right,
so,
right.
Let's hear it.
All right, so we already know what this Buffalo is probably the hottest team coming in to the playoffs, and what they did to Miami was just a fucking travesty.
Yeah.
Beat them boys 52 to whatever.
A real good defensive team too.
Yes, exactly. So I'm not getting in front of this train. I think this is going to be a shootout, and if we get into a shootout, we got to go with Buffalo. Indy's going to come in here. They're a good, solid team. They've been running the ball really well, but this defense has been actually a top 10 defense on the other side of the ball in Buffalo Bills. So I think that the home crowd, they are favored by 6.5 in a playoff game. Right. So I don't think Phil Rivers has enough to keep up with Allen. Give me Buffalo, and I'm getting them plus the points through the 3 number. Lock it in.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Now, Tennessee. So Baltimore has been coming in red hot as well. But if you look at the teams that Baltimore's played, they haven't really played anybody of those last couple games. So just like we talked about that New York Cowboys for the winner to eventually hopefully get in. And speaking of that, let me tell you, y'all Giants fans need to stop fucking bitching, dog.
Y'all should have won throughout the season.
Right. Like all I see is this blue shit just bitching. And then did you see the boy Joe Judge came out and said trying to do a petition that they should have won the game or some dumb shit? Crazy. Like the fuck out of here, man.
You do what's best for your team.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what you do.
And at the end of the day, team's been tanking for a while,
right? And that was a W. If you think about it, it was a W for our football team.
Facts.
You get a 6 instead of 9.
6 instead of 9, and people can say, "Oh, what about the 6 and 9?" Is not. No, it is.
It's huge
because those 3 players that's going to go between 5 and 8
huge.
Are 3 players that we need.
Yes,
and literally, we get 9 and we lose them 3 players, then we're lost.
And honestly, even we know how Howie is. Even if he dangles that to trade back, which I don't think he should do.
No, I think they got an eye on what they want.
Yeah, they got to take an impact player.
I think Chase is going to be up in there,
and Surtain.
So you might have Smith may jump Chase and be in the top 5.
Yeah, I think so. For sure.
I think Smith will jump Chase only because Miami. And him and Tua has that connection. They play together.
And we'll get there in halftime. Let me finish up the Tennessee thing. Yeah. So I like going to the next game. So like I said, the Ravens are coming in hot. They really haven't played a lot of stiff competition. Tennessee has the formula to beat the Ravens. They beat them in the regular season. They hung 30 on them in the regular season. And then they beat them in the playoffs that everybody know when they shocked them. They beat them 28-12.
Right.
Lamar's 0-2. Even though it's really young, he's still 0-2 in the playoffs. Vrabel is going to be ready, and they're going to be well coached to play this team. I think Tannehill has a big game. A lot of people looking at Henry. I think Tannehill has a big game. I think his QBR was 89.6. It sounds like I made it up, but I think I'm most probably it's 89.6 against the blitz. You know how Baltimore loves the blitz. He was 10 touchdowns and I believe 3 or 4 picks against the blitz this year. So then they're not going to be able to blitz him and be successful. He's been successful against the blitz. And I'm getting them plus double digits. We know Tennessee's going to score.
Right.
You know what I mean? Baltimore's going to score because Tennessee's defense is soft. Not it is soft. But we know Tennessee's going to score. You know what I mean? So I get them plus the double digit points. I get Tennessee plus 13. And then with Pittsburgh plus 4, they said the change in the halftime where Big Ben started to make plays and call the plays at the line of scrimmage is why they kind of turned it around and they went off what Big Ben was saying. I think that continues in the fact that COVID has ravaged Cleveland right now. Like we talked about before we came online, the game, we don't even know if the game's going to go online or go any. If it does, but you're missing your head coach. I think you're missing a couple key players there. A receiver, which adds to that. O-lineman.
Names keep coming.
You know what I mean? So they haven't practiced really. I think
at all.
Yeah, I think Baker said he hasn't thrown a pass since the game. So that's set up for a disaster. I get them +4.
Denzel Ward, like that's
it's rough.
It's
almost
like
this might be a 3-unit play.
Yeah.
Real talk. All right, Steve-O, what you got for me, man?
I'm going to my guy, man.
Who you got, bro?
Russell.
Russell.
I'm going Seattle minus
dangerous. Yeah.
Dangerous Wilson, huh?
Yeah.
Dangerous Steve is back.
I'm going Seattle minus the 3.5.
Ooh, Steve.
Seattle's
you going
home.
Right there with it, Steve.
You know I love my guy. In the
I know, man.
2 games I'm not
I'm not messing with that game.
They not sure if golf playing.
Yeah, I know.
Like if golf's not playing, I think Seattle's.
But I think that favors the Rams, though.
Nah.
I mean, hey, I think that's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a tight game for sure.
Give me
First of all, Seattle always play tight games.
They do.
They always play the Rams tight.
And they always play the Rams.
And they even us last year. Well, they only beat us by like 4.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. So I think that 4. I like that 4. I like that 4. That minus 3.5. I mean, if you guys want to buy a point, take it down to 2.5.
I would suggest that.
Just that way, if they win by 3, that'd be a good value. But I think I'm gonna play it straight up, to be honest.
Wow, you got confidence there.
There we go. I like it. I like it.
Tell me so what is it about this game that you making your lock? Like, is it, like what's sticking out though? I mean, this is why I'm asking.
The quarterback play. I'm looking at the quarterback play.
But did you see the quarterback last week?
Yeah, he had a terrible first half. He turned it around in the second half.
Yeah, that's what kind of like I was like.
However, it's the playoffs.
Okay.
And I look at experience. Pete Carroll runs a great scheme in the playoffs, even just throughout the year. Like I mean, they defense hasn't been the greatest, but
they've turned it up.
They definitely turned it up late in the season. And Russell Wilson, he knows how to win in the playoffs. It just doesn't matter. Like he gets the job done, and I think DK is he got a chip on his shoulder with Ramsey, so he gonna go at him.
Ramsey been stuffing him.
Yeah.
Pause.
So, little pause. But
a little. My bad.
Tyler Lockett. Like I just think they're gonna go off, man. That's just and like I said, it just boils down to quarterback play to me, and Russell, my guy.
B.Diddy, what's up?
Hey man, I'm gonna give y'all a gym. I already got 3 units on this. I'll put this in early.
Go ahead.
Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get Buffalo at plus. I think you can get +1 now.
Okay.
But I got it at +1.5.
What do you mean?
I got a 2-team teaser.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, hold on.
What I got going
I was saying, hell, Buffalo -6, dog.
2-team teaser, 7 points.
There you go.
We're going to get Buffalo to the win side.
Okay.
And we're going to marry that with the Buccaneers. We get Buccaneers -1. To me, that's 3 units. I mean, I don't see how either of those teams lose. I know
that's probably the biggest teaser of the week.
Yeah, but I mean, is Tom Brady going to be exiting the first round? No. And we both know Buffalo's going to handle the business. So if Buffalo loses, then it's going to be Buffalo's going to fuck everybody.
Yeah. Buffalo will fuck everybody.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen because I think, like you said, Buffalo's the hottest team coming in.
Right.
Nobody wants to see Buffalo right now. Their defense has revved it up since the last 4 to 5 weeks.
Yep.
It's a home game for them. Opposite is happening for me from what I noticed over the last few weeks for the Indianapolis Colts. I've been seeing people able to move the ball against that defense that actually started the season really well, almost in the top 5, top 3 defenses in the NFL.
And last year they ended in the top 5 too as well. They've been
going the opposite way defensively.
Yeah.
So the way Jared Allen's been playing, the way they've been running the ball with Singletary. Is it Singletary?
Yeah, Singletary and Moss.
I just feel like they got a good rhythm. That coach is one of those coaches you want on the sideline.
Really help open that offense up too.
Yeah. It's a LaSalle boy too.
Oh yeah. Shout out to LaSalle, man. Yeah, LaSalle, so that's my play, and that's my biggest play for the week, minus going into Monday because we got Bama.
We'll get there too. We'll get there too. We'll get there too. We'll get there too. Don't worry about that.
That's for the lady. You know what I mean?
And we're gonna go right back to back, man. Second quarter bet. Let's go.
Quarter.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Did I tell y'all I like Tennessee?
I told you. It's so funny. You said there's 2 games that I'm staying away from. Y'all both got them.
I told you I like
Tennessee and Seattle. I'm like, nah, I'll watch from the sideline.
Well, I got another 3-team teaser for you.
Okay.
You already talked. Yeah, another 3-team 10-point teaser. We're going right back with it. Because like you said, I've seen the lines. And the lines are telling me that somebody gonna get upset for sure. So, give me Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Plus 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going with the over in the Tennessee-Baltimore game, over 44. Okay, and then I'm going right back with Tennessee at plus 13.5.
I love that over in Tennessee at over 44.
Oh yes, sir. There's
no way that gets under that.
What?
That's a great point.
Tennessee's going to get their points. Tennessee's going to get their points.
That line should be like 56.
It's like 53.
4.5. What was about that?
Yeah. So, give me that.
I like that. What was the thing?
Tampa, Tennessee over 44. And I went right back with Tennessee. Stuck in the same game.
Nobody want to mess with them Saints in the Chicago game.
Well, you know what?
Listen,
you own it. I'm sorry. That could be your point.
No. I mean, I like them in a teaser.
I
like
that's the fuck you.
Yeah.
Because it's
I'm not.
Mitch gonna take all your
money. Mitch might fuck around and shock somebody down there in New Orleans, man. Yeah, I don't think.
Now is Kamara playing though? That's the only thing.
I think they're all playing. I haven't seen anything about Kamara not playing.
I know he hasn't practiced or nothing. He was saying.
But what I've seen all year with this COVID shit is that when they come back, none of them come back. Like it takes a game for them to kind of get back. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen somebody have COVID or was out for COVID and then come back in the game and just crush.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that, they're coming. The one thing about the playoffs and offs, these players know the lines. They hear the news outlets. They know that they're dogs and they're dogs by 9, 8 points or whatever their dogs are. They're going to come into this game with a chip on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Until Mitch throw a turnover, right? But if he doesn't if Mitch Trubisky doesn't turn the ball over, Chicago has a very good shot of staying in this fucking game. Don't know if they win the game, but they have a very good shot of staying in this game. So I think I'm not playing with that game. I'm leaving that game alone, man. But second quarter bet, man, Tampa plus 2.5, Tennessee over 44, and right back with Tennessee plus 13.5, man. It's another two-unit play, bro.
And they 10-point teasers, correct?
They 10-point teasers.
Okay.
You right with it?
I'm right with you.
I definitely like that.
You right with it?
It's the Tennessee
over.
It's the Tennessee over. I love. I'm putting that down.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not my turn. I'm gonna let Steve go. My bad.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. No, you can go.
Go ahead.
I do have another play. I'm just gonna add this play now. The second quarter is all the same. It's a Saturday play for me that I'm just looking at. I'm gonna fuck with the Saints. I'm looking at this right now, and I start thinking back to the Chicago team. They not that good.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I'm going to hit a 3-team teaser here. I'm going to get Saints to win.
Go ahead.
I'm going to hit your best play, which I think is the best play of the game, of the week.
Right. The over.
The over. Get Baltimore, Tennessee's over 44.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking Pittsburgh. That's a Saturday play.
There you go.
That's a laid back 2-unit. Watch it happen.
And that's a 10-point teaser.
10-point. You're gonna get Steelers to win.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna get Saints to win. And you're gonna get over 44.
See, I could just switch mine in and out. Then I could go Tampa, Tennessee over, and then the Saints.
And we all got 10-point teasers this time.
Yeah.
So mine is I got the Bucks plus the 2.
Right.
I have the Saints because right now is at minus 9.5, so that'd be what plus half point pick. And I'm going to Steelers. The Steelers plus 4.
Yo, 10-point teasers all day this week. That's for sure. When I was looking at this, I'm just like, you get so much value with that 10. Now, let's be clear. When you play a 10-point teaser, for anybody who's new to betting, there is juice. And when I say juice, that means the line and the spread. So when you go bet, like say the Buffalo game is probably minus 110, I would think, a lot of shops. So that means you are betting the line and you're betting, you're going to bet 110 to 100. right? So when you do these teaser bet influence the line, and influence the spread. So that means we're changing the spread to favor where we want the number to be. Mm-hmm. So when we do that, that also adds more juice. And if I'm not mistaken, that a three-team 10-point teaser is minus 130. If I'm not mistaken.
10 points a team.
Yeah, so you're going to have to pay the extra 30. So what that means is that it's minus 130. I'm sorry, you're betting $130 to win 100. Is what it is. And we always use units, which are $100 bet, which are pretty much $1, how we talk about it. So just remind yourself about that when you go out, and if you follow our plays. Now remember, bet at your own risk. These are plays that we're doing with bankrolls that we've set aside, and we get back into bankroll management. This is money that we have. Now, if you got your little stimmy,
and it's house money though, it's house money for us.
Oh yeah.
The way we've been running, it's definitely house money.
But if you got your stimmy, your little stimmy check, you want to throw $1 on there just to double up or something, be our guest for all plays. We have been. Well, let me take that back. This man has been fucking hot.
This is us though.
Yeah. But out of all the three of us, he's been the hottest. You see him? You see him laughing.
It ain't crazy, man.
Yeah.
He had to fix his collar.
Yeah, he had to fix his collar in the beginning.
crazy.
He was like, "Yo, this nigga about to," you know what I mean? But bringing it back though, we've all been hot in our streaks. He's been, the most consistent out of the week. But Sundays we've been running, pretty well for sure. And you can take our bets as you want, but or even use part of our bets. Like he said, he loved the one part of my bet, so he's going to take that one bet and then put it maybe into another play. You can do the same as well. So halftime, man.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Steve, you gave me your second quarter bet, right? Mm-hmm. You just did. Okay. Halftime. Getting better at that, y'all. No,
you say that every season.
That shit is horrible.
Sounds exactly the same.
You're right.
So
sound like a fucking hurt bird or something.
So usually we do like quick announcements and stuff like that, but since we're on a special week with the shorter games, I thought I wrote some things down about some things that happen in sports in general. I don't know why, but I was never a huge baseball fan, but Tommy LaShorter was always a guy that I always recognized.
You always see him.
I've always seen him, and I always know who he was. Sure. So he had just passed away. And then we talked about this earlier. You text me, how the fuck does Jim Harbaugh get another 4 years in Michigan, dog?
Crazy, man. I guess they figure out who else.
Like, he hasn't won a big game yet. Has he beaten Ohio State yet?
0-4.
Yeah.
About to be 0-8, man.
0-4.
They must see he got something brewing or something. Like I don't know if he
does he do good recruiting or something?
No. He's 0-4.
He's 0-4 against Ohio
he has
State.
Losing record against
ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he's a quarterback's quote unquote coach, guru, and they haven't had a quarterback since Shoelace. What's the bowl with the shoelaces?
Yeah,
I forget.
Robinson was his name.
Yeah, that's
was it Denard Robinson?
One of them Robinson. Yeah. That was the last quarterback he had.
Right. Thank you.
And that was his first. That may not have been his quarterback.
Right.
I don't even think he had him.
Did he not even have him?
Nah, he was still in the NFL then.
Well, then I don't know a quarterback.
Yeah, he was still in San Francisco.
This is crazy that he got 4 years though. Like
4 years, and I think they just are committed to say, hey, listen. They're gonna need a new offensive coordinator. They're gonna need to change it up because Ohio State, man, is a juggernaut right now in the Big Ten, and
absolutely,
it's only gonna get worse for Michigan. Michigan hasn't done anything. They haven't. I don't think they've done anything since 2004.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a long time.
So let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go to NBA. The Sixers, man. Tell me what y'all seen these early Sixers so far. Steve-O.
Shooting, they got good shooting now.
Yeah.
They got some good role players. Embiid's looking a lot more in shape. I'll say.
They were saying early, like MVP, considerations. I don't see that dominant MVP in him. Like I see that he has the ability to take it there,
talented.
Right?
but I don't see it night in and night out. Like to me,
Yeah, I agree.
like what was the average? Probably like 25 and what, like 8,
24,
somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, to be in that MVP talk, like we got to be like 29 and 12. You know what I mean? On the average.
Or I mean, honestly, or like Jokic. I honestly think that Jokic is probably having a better season.
Right.
Because Jokic got damn near 3-4 triple doubles already.
Yeah, that's what he do. Joker,
what's going on with that.
yeah, that's what Joker does.
He's got at least 3. I've seen him with 3 triple doubles already this season. And it's like, they're 2 different players.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I had this conversation, like, who would I take? I really don't know, because if you want defense, then I'm taking Embiid. But if I want an all-around player, I think I'll take Jokic.
At the big man, especially at the big man spot.
So, but no, Embiid has been playing really good. I mean, I just think that the difference in this team is just the spacing is a lot better. They have shooters that they can rely on.
And to add on to that, because I've been watching the games. Obviously, they're 7-2 now.
Yeah,
and I did bet Nets yesterday. I thought that was like the ultimate play there, because I felt that back to back, all those minutes they played the night before, against Washington. I was like, you know what? Even with KD, even with whatever the hell Kyrie was doing,
mental health.
I was like, we're going to still lose this game because it's just too much, and our timing is like it was our time to lose. But what I'm seeing here, just keeping it real quick, I'm seeing confidence in Tobias Harris. I'm seeing the confidence of, and I'm seeing him move better. Like I see, like it seems like he knows where he needs to be and what he needs to do on the court.
Well, he's been with Doc before too,
and that's why I'm thinking the confidence is being put into by the coaching, and that's what you're seeing, a difference in culture a little bit. Hopefully that keeps going. It's still really early, super early, and I don't want to say anything too early, but I feel as though they're on the right track.
I agree,
and we're gonna have to be healthy. Maybe we can catch another piece for the bench later on through the season for another. I wouldn't worry about no Harden thing now.
Me neither.
Because I see the way the team is going.
Yeah,
right?
And I think that the biggest thing too, they have confidence in each other. Like Embiid came out the other day and he was just like, he has more confidence passing out because of the shooting. Like they have shooters, but he was saying he's also like how Ben Simmons has been cutting through the lane and all of that.
More aggressive.
Yeah, he's like, so I think their confidence in each other and them bigging each other up is showing like important. The team chemistry. With a coach that maybe install that is a lot better as well.
Yeah, I think for what I've seen that I think I like how Doc has approached the enigma that we've always argued about with Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's letting him just play. Like he's not on his ass about shooting and stuff like that. Like I think he said in an interview, like he reminds him a lot about, like I think you might even said this a while ago, like Rondo.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he has a lot of Rondo type skill sets where he can quarterback the whole offense. He needs to see it a little bit more. And then I love how they said they took Sam Cassell and just working one-on-one with him on just offensive skill set. I love that. So
also to add, like defensively, like when I looked at the stats, I think 3 of our 5 starters are top 5 in defensive efficiencies. Like,
and Ben Simmons was the top in the league.
Top in the league. I think
we always talked about he could be defensive player of the year.
Tobias, even Tobias Harris is like what? So I mean, they're just playing well. It's still early.
It's still early.
Yeah, super early.
And the thing about it too, like you got to look at too, like it's early, and some of the teams they play, like they played the Hornets twice, and I think they trying to schedule it like that because of the COVID. So they having them play like teams back to back, the same teams because they was in the same vicinity. I mean, it's no teams where we like, damn, like the Bucks. I want to see them against like the Bucks,
right?
And how they match up against the Bucks, the Celtics.
How pointing are they though right
now? The Bucks.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, I think they got to get a feel for each other. There's some new pieces too.
February let us know where we are.
That's how I feel.
Well, February, we know who's who.
Yeah,
and what's what.
Yeah. Excuse me.
But
so
they're looking promising a little bit.
Let's go to some little bit of Eagles. Quick summary of what the Eagles are right now. But instead of talking about draft picks to early mocks, stuff like that, a lot of people talking about that already. I want to talk about it's crazy to say this word, but I think these players did leave an long-lasting impression and legacy here. So I wrote 3 players that we probably feel that either will be here, won't be here next year. We know 2 of them more likely won't be here next year, and one of them might be here next year or be traded or whatever the situation may be. But we'll probably see the last of them in green over the next year. So the first one I got is and Brent, I'll go to you. What's Schwartz's legacy here? And this is tough. This is a tough one because it's a D coordinator. But he was here for what, 5 years?
Yeah,
I think I want to say.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
It's only tough because we got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I don't think he gets. I don't think he gets enough credit.
Yeah,
I don't think he gets enough credit.
I agree.
We throw him under the. You know what? I'll take Schwartz because I got something in my head. I'll take Schwartz. So I think that Schwartz doesn't get enough credit for the job that he did here. And yes, he had a good defensive line. Our corners were okay, but he did have obviously the run where we actually had a pretty solid defense. You know, with Mills, Jenkins, McLeod. Obviously, we had the defensive line that we had Darby, stuff, et cetera, et cetera.
And so Eagles started that group defense shit. We started that shit, right?
Because we was doing the electric
Just
slide
like
and all of
It was the
that.
Philadelphia fucking Eagles that started down on the side of the field. The whole defense. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
That goes back to the credit of the Schwartz defense because we were doing that shit every year.
Yeah, definitely. They was part of the Super Bowl, bro. So going back to the legacy that he's left here, if you look at the numbers in the first 3 or 4 years, like the defense was probably top 15 average. Mm-hmm. You know, we kind of tapered off this year, obviously. We've always had trouble at cornerback. But I think his legacy here is that he won a Super Bowl. He had the respect of the players on this team. And the fact that he never got enough credit for how good of a job he did. We always bitched about his wide 9 at times. We always bitched that he didn't blitz at times. But he showed up in certain parts in big games when we needed to get a stop. He put players in good position to win the game, and I think that Schwartz is an unsung hero through everything about being a veteran coach, getting the respect of the locker room, getting the respect of the fans, I think, but just not getting more credit than he should have been. And he was a D coordinator that went against Tom Brady and somehow got a stop at the end, man. So shout out to Schwartz, man. I got an easier one for you, and I'll go let you think about one more. B.Diddy, Ertz, man, legacy of Ertz here. Is he the best? Is he the greatest tight end that's ever put on Eagles green? I was thinking about that.
Great, yeah. I mean, from in my era, because we had L.J. Smith.
Yeah, he was trash. Only person I could think of.
Chad Lewis. Yeah.
I was going way back. I remember seeing Keith Jackson play because that 88 was sharp. But Keith Jackson wasn't here long enough to make it like he. Yeah,
he wasn't here.
He wasn't here long enough because he went to Green Bay after. Yeah,
and I'll say this too. I like Ertz off the field working as well.
The foundation.
He was one of the ones that worked in the community.
It's crazy. He just did something too. But like right after
him and his wife.
Yeah,
his wife
he just did something.
They
with the
were
foundation.
helping like kids too. I think one of the youth football teams, they stuff got stolen. They helped fund and get them everything back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think his legacy is good. I honestly don't see him going, but then again, I can. I mean, so we already know like Schwartz is done.
I think he was. Yeah, Schwartz already stepped down.
Yeah, he resigned.
If I was the Eagles, I would re-sign Ertz to maybe a 2-3 year deal. But and we had this discussion before. Mm-hmm. I personally don't think Ertz is elite because I don't think there's a big drop off when Ertz is off the field versus Goddard. We've had that discussion before. Who would you take, Goddard or Ertz? And I don't think there's a big drop off because I think Goddard does the same more, and then he gets you that yak. Like he play. I don't know if Goddard's a tough player yet because he's still young, and we haven't seen it for 16 games and the consistency that we've seen it with Ertz. But when he catches the ball, he's dragging somebody with him or he's gaining yards. Ertz obviously a little bit more finesse, but Ertz still caught 100 balls or something that one year. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
he was two back-to-back seasons. He was short of 100 yards. It was 90 something.
Right.
So it's like I don't know, man. I think it's a drop off with Ertz off the field because at the end of the day, I don't think it's all about just the yak and it's more so the defense. The defense accountability for him. They have to account for where Ertz is on the field at all times. You have to know where 86 is. If you're on defense, all right, he's on that. Like he was the best receiver for the last 3 years.
Yeah, we got a Facebook. I wish I could see the name. I don't know who that is, but he said Goddard has more upside. He balled out for the Eagles. We got some other ones saying that Sports got burnt out here, greatest tight end in history.
I agree.
You know what I mean? All those are definitely valid points, man. So thank y'all for putting that in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Gotta add that in there. I don't know why I'm used to it. All right, last one, man. B.Diddy, man. You got the golden goose egg, Mr. Wentz.
Oh boy.
Mr. Wentz. What's his legacy here, man?
Wow, man.
What's
he thought it was gonna get easier. It's got hard.
You think it got hard?
A legacy?
It's not no legacy.
You don't think that? You don't think
he
legacy?
I'm gonna tell you what his legacy is, if I can.
It really is unfortunate.
So I'll say this is what I say.
Go ahead.
The almost MVP.
Well, and I'll give you time to think about it. When I say legacy, I understand what we think of that when it comes to that, and I'm just I don't want when I say legacy, like what do we like if he leaves, right, or he gets traded, and we look back, what are we going to think about Wentz?
Well, what he could have been if he didn't get injured in that Rams game.
Yeah, I think ultimately.
Shout out to Big Ten, man.
I really want Wentz to stay here.
He said trash.
I just think it's not going to work since we already committed to Doug Peterson that it won't work with Wentz. I think that relationship is done.
I don't know. I felt disagree with that.
Right.
Because I think that it can be repaired in a functioning way. Like let's look at Allen Iverson and Larry Brown. They had a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
they had a.
But you're talking about a person that literally has lost confidence in his own game. Allen Iverson was a killer at all times.
I'm just talking about the coaching relationship.
Yeah, I know, but for Allen, it don't matter. I'm a killer. Well, who coaching me or not? Like, give me the rock, coach.
But him and Larry Brown had they spats though.
Carson wasn't having good
to the point. Larry Brown, the one time he was ready to trade him.
But guess what? Allen gave you. Allen gave you 30.
30, motherfucker.
No, he
35. Yeah, right.
Give me whatever.
That's what I'm saying. But
what I'm saying, their relationship.
But the relationship with Carson and Doug, with that broken relationship, Carson giving you 3 interceptions a game. It's opposite of production. Now, he out here balling.
Now, not before though.
Right, but that's also Carson struggling and trying to figure out what he wants to be. Like I just feel like
You're right, Tim. He's no Nick Foles. Go, I'm sorry.
I just feel like
Nick Foles.
Who that?
Who's that?
Oh no, he got the statue.
He got it.
He's trash.
You better put some respect.
He's trash.
Foles is trash.
Foles is trash.
Ooh, that's the first time I heard that.
I've been said that. No, Foles is trash.
Foles is trash.
I feel as though I won't keep it quick with the Wentz. I've always felt this way. I'm a Wentz backer because I feel he hasn't been completely fair to him fully.
I agree.
I think every single year. Every year has always been something crazy that has happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
From being thrown in as a rookie to the starting role, fresh out, right? Not having off season to be a
Who did we trade? Because it was like they said they were going to sit him, and then next he was the starter.
Over the
who was that? Who was that quarterback? Because we did have a quote unquote starting quarterback.
I think it was what's his name?
Who the fuck was that? His rookie year.
But either way, he gets thrown in his rookie year. Didn't have a full season, so yeah, he's still young as a rookie. Started the next year. Was that next year? Was 2017, right? The next year was 2017. He has that crazy run. Gets hurt in the Rams game. He's an MVP. Gets hurt. Nick Foles comes in, wins a Super Bowl for you.
Statue outside.
So it's just like, damn. It's mentally, it's like, bam. Then the next season. Now you're trying to prove yourself that, I am the quarterback. I'm the same guy. You've struggled. Your coach is not helping you. You know what I'm saying? You get hurt again. Get to the playoffs. Get your back broke. Pause.
Oh, you got concussion, man. He ain't get his
whatever
back
that
broke.
was. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, and then next thing you know, it's they drafted a quarterback.
Was it Chase Daniels?
I see
Chase
Sam.
Was a backup.
I see Sam Bradford was old.
It was Sam Bradford. It was Bradford.
Did they trade it?
It was Bradford in 2015, but then in 16 I see Wentz, but I don't see who was his backup. Was it Sam?
I thought it was Sam, and Sam got traded during that.
Was it Sam and they got? It might have been Sam.
Yeah.
It might have been Sam. It might have been Sam. All right, go ahead, my bad. Yeah, no, it was Sam. Because Sam reports came out that Sam was tight because they moved up to second and took a quarterback.
And the same thing that happened with Sam happened to Carson Wentz. We go to 2
and pick
up Jalen Hurts. It's like, yo, mentally, I understand why he's so fried because he's constantly have to try to prove himself like over his shoulder and can't, and it just falls apart, man. So for me, I think Carson is a good quarterback. I think he's gonna get better. Whether it would be in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform, I have no idea. His legacy is more like you said, Steve, early. Like, what if?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What if he just had the opportunity to?
I'm about to use that on something.
Yeah. What if he had better luck? Shit. Like.
Yeah.
What if he had a better supporting cast?
See, Timmy out there don't like him. He said he didn't help himself changing plays at the line. Greatest quarterback in Eagles history. We always laugh about that. I can't argue that Nick Foles isn't the greatest quarterback in Eagles history.
He's not.
I can't argue it. He brung us
Broad Street better than McNabb. Like,
who's a better quarterback? Me? Who's the best quarterback?
Y'all gotta be kidding me. Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. Like, it's not even funny. Like, the shit is just. It's almost like a troll.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Damn, Timmy, they out here calling you trolls, dog.
We're not doing that to McNabb. Like, stop that, Tim.
Yeah, McNabb is the best quarterback ever
that
shoot on Eagles uniform.
Like. All right, man. We're gonna wrap it up on the halftime. Last thing, and this might go a little bit deeper, man. I know you're excited to talk about this, man. Tell me about this college championship game, Ohio State versus Roll Tide.
Man, I'm actually happy to see a different championship. You know what I'm saying?
Outside of Clemson,
Bama's still there. But this Bama team is a really good team. Defensively, they're not as stout as they used to be, but offensively, man, this is one of the best offenses I've ever seen. I think in college football, they just do whatever they want to do, how they want to do it.
He caught a McRib.
Go ahead, I think Ohio State, surprisingly,
if Fields is 100%, is this a title game?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No, I think their championship was against Clemson. I think that's what they wanted. They wanted to win that game. So it's one of those things. They wanted to win that game so bad.
Yeah.
And then you also don't have that 2-week gap before the championship. It's just right to the next week.
Yeah.
So that's where you can kind of stop and reflect and refocus and focus just on this game. They wanted to beat Clemson so bad from the year before. They talked about it, the sour taste in their mouth, blah, blah. Bama, this is business. This is we get to the final game every year.
Yeah.
And we lost last year. Like, we're not losing. That kid at quarterback is level-headed. I'm listening to him during the Heisman Trophy. He says the right things. I just feel like he's just one of those guys that's just, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm prepared. I'm mentally prepared, and they're going to be able to. That's why they're able to do whatever they want to do. And they're really getting their number one receiver back in Waddle, possibly that can play when their number 2 got the Heisman. It's insane. Yeah. So for me, I just think Ohio State won't be able to keep up.
Was Smith ever the number 2 receiver though?
I mean, they just got receivers. That's how Bama is though.
Yeah, because
I don't think it's
definitely a receiver.
Number 2, number 1 in Bama, because just like they just produce good receivers. It's like, all right. Yeah. It's your turn. You up.
Because Smith was balling when Judy was there. And
Smith led him. He had more yards than Judy last year.
Yeah, and Ruggs.
But going into the season,
Waddle was
like those Heisman Trophy candidate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying 1 and 2, I'm saying the leading receiver was Waddle. You're getting him back. Yeah. So they're going to be even better. I already put this game in early. I got 5 units on this play here at 6.5 Alabama. I put that in right away. I wasn't messing around there because I knew that line was going to change. It went up a point for me, so I'm good. I'm happy I beat that line. People believe in Ohio State. It may be, but for me, I feel like what I've seen all day, we're going to roll Tide on this one.
Roll Tide. Steve, you got anything to add to that until we go to this third quarterback?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going roll Tide. Like I said, I like the running game. Like, it's crazy because I was watching them. Who was they playing? it may have been Florida. That game was closer than it should have been, or they would have liked. But
at the end.
Oh, who was the running back? What's his name?
Damon Harris.
Harris.
Right, you're talking about the Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 that came in number 2 in their quarterback, and the number 5th candidate was Damian Harris.
Yeah.
All in the top 5 of Heisman.
And that's all your skill positions right there.
On the same team. What the fuck?
But they was just like, all right, they came down, they scored. They like, fuck it. I'm like, damn, this shit might get a little close. They throw a 50-yard bomb up the right sideline. Like the routes they route running is just crisp.
Yeah,
like it's just crazy. Like I'm going
talent.
Bama all the way.
Damn, I guess that should have been lock 1.
Yeah, just because Ohio State gives you hiccups throughout the game. Bama gives you no hiccups on offense. They are going to score.
They defense sometimes can,
they'll
like
give up
some
a
little
points,
shaky.
But they'll get some stops, which I think that's where you're going to see the separation, because you're not going to be able to stop Alabama's offense. And maybe last year's Ohio State defense they could. This Ohio State defense ain't no Chase Young on the other side.
Oh yeah,
it ain't no who's that cornerback that was there that got drafted last year. He's not there.
I forget
number 7, I think it was. He's not there. Like, it's a different defensive Ohio State. So it's a walk in the park for that Bama offense.
Cool.
All right, third quarter bet. Let's go.
That was on third quarter bet. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Right into it. We got Roll Tide for him. Steve-O, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I'm going right there.
All right.
What you got?
Roll Tide.
That's a sweep.
Sweep. All right. Fourth quarter bet, man. Let's finish strong, man. What y'all got?
I got a good one.
All right, go ahead, B.Diddy. You got a good one. Hit me up. What's
up? It's a 4-teamer, man. It's a 4-team teaser. You're going to get – I'm sorry. It's a 4-team parlay.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Is paying
what is the Bama money line?
The Bama money line – it's probably high.
Do you think it's high?
It's a 6.5-point dogs. You got to be like close to minus 300, minus 380.
Yeah, they're going to add some juice on that for sure. Go ahead. I'm listening now.
So moneyline parlay. Here we go. 4-team. I put this game in already. It's a 2-unit play for me. I put this in last week on January 5th. Is Buffalo moneyline
minus 300 Bama.
Minus 300.
Yeah.
Buffalo moneyline, Tampa Bay moneyline, Saints moneyline, Pittsburgh Steelers moneyline. My 2 units pays out plus 341. That's a play that's in for me already. Lock it in.
Buffalo, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, and Tampa.
Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Tampa.
And what was that plus?
I got 2 units on it, so that's 341. So it'll be 1 plus
141.
120.
Looks
like a plus. I'm sorry. What's 341 and a half? 1 plus 160?
Yeah. No. That's less than that, dog.
What did I say? 340?
You said 340. It's like
170 plus 170.
Okay. Plus 170. Steve-O, what you got for me, bro?
I don't have anything for my last one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. We don't force nothing over here, man.
Yeah, not at all.
No. For me, I'm going right back, man. Tennessee money line, dog. Tennessee wins the game outright.
Man, that's a plus money line, right?
Yeah, that's a plus money line. They're plus.
No revenge for Baltimore. No revenge there. Baltimore ain't got this circled on their calendar.
They do.
Definitely got it.
No, they definitely do. The problem is that Tennessee has beaten them. It hasn't been close games. Like, it's been wins. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's any difference. We talked about this before with Lamar.
Yeah.
If he gets down by more than double digits, he's 0-6, I think, if not in his career.
But see, I think this year is a little different because they got a better running game. J.K. Dobbins is an upgrade from Mark Ingram.
He is.
Is it a better running game, though?
But it's not a better running game.
Last year's running game was insane. It was really, really, really good.
Yeah, but Mark Ingram got stuffed, or was he hurt? I know he was getting stuffed. I think J.K. Dobbins does more. I'll say that.
I mean, definitely J.K. Dobbins is a beast.
So maybe that's what I mean.
Like, his running game was crazy.
Right. He's doing more.
Who's your team, Matt? Tell me what's your team.
But
go ahead,
bro. Man. I like my guy Lamar, man.
No, I'm a Lamar.
But I feel you because Tennessee, it seems like they got their number. Like
they do. It's just a bad matchup.
Yeah.
It's just a bad matchup.
But I do think the Ravens come like with a lot of vengeance.
I think there's a lot of vengeance in this game, and I completely agree. But I looked back at the wild card game last game. You know, it was all Henry all day. What they do, he had 30 carries for 140 or 130 something yards. Tannehill just had one touchdown. Believe it or not, the defense this wasn't no offensive game. It was more of a defensive game. It was 2 picks. But I mean, Tennessee was up like 20-6 going into the fourth quarter, and I see something. Now Tennessee
it was larger than that, wasn't it?
Nah. I
thought it was more like a 3-score game going into the fourth. They was getting the ass beat.
Yeah, they were getting whipped. Yeah, they were getting whipped.
I didn't even think they scored a late touchdown. It still wasn't close. It was like, wasn't it like 38?
Yeah, man. What's your team when you say your team getting whipped? I'll look it up real quick right now while we're here.
Yeah, that game was a blowout.
Let's see what they did this year.
20-6 seemed too close. That's only a 2-score game.
When is this game? Tomorrow, Ravens.
And that's an early game, too, right?
It was 28-12. They was up.
28-12 final?
Yeah, the final score last year. They was up 14.
So it must have been 28-6.
And then at halftime, it had to be 14-6 at halftime. Because they scored 7 and 7 in the first and second quarter. Baltimore scored 6 in the second. So that's 14-6. But Tennessee scored 14 in the third quarter.
So it was 28-6.
Yeah.
I knew it was something like a big gap because when they scored again, it was like it's still over.
Yeah, so they scored twice in the third.
Yeah, so actually this game was an overtime game. I forgot when Henry had that like 30-yard run to finish it out.
I think the line is right where it needs to be, though.
No,
it's hard to beat a team 3 times like that.
No, it is, but I believe that this Tennessee's team a little bit more offensive potent.
I believe in Derrick Henry.
How about that? Shout out to Derrick Henry getting 2,000 yards, man.
Yeah,
needing to get over 207 yards to get it. Got it easy.
Got it. Right. That
prop bet was
cash.
It was 120.
I looked at him again. He's at 120, over 120.
And I also see it's like over 24, 26 carries, right?
Man, that's a lot of carries.
It's a lot of carries.
He probably get it.
But over the last 2 times they played, he's got over 26 carries.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I think this game's going to play a little different than people think, though.
Yeah. So that's the best bet. I want to thank everybody that was on for the night. Make sure you hit that like button, tell a friend, subscribe, hit that notification.
Who's my man's team?
All that good. No, I was waiting for my man Matt Nagy to tell me who's his team was, but he didn't show up. So we can't keep everybody waiting, man. Just drop a comment. We'll get to you. Tomorrow will be the show with me and Tom agreeing to disagree. Sunday, me and B.Diddy will come back. It'll probably be a really short show because we'll have to dig a little bit deeper, see if any changes come, maybe some prop bets or something like that. We'll see if we can dig something up, see if anything changes.
Definitely
come Sunday.
Ain't Matt Nagy the Chicago Bears coach?
It is.
You know what's crazy? I'm
sort of thinking like Matt Nagy.
But look, it's his picture here. Yo, shout out to fucking Matt Nagy on the Chicago Bears coming on the pod, man. What's up, Matt?
Sorry, man. You're going to see that L this week.
Yeah. He said his team will get smashed.
He did. Said my team is getting whooped.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Matt Nagy on the pod, man. We must be doing something right here, man.
I'm thinking like Matt Nagy.
Yo, I thought about it, but I thought it was a joke. Like, it's like, there's no way. You know what I mean? But we're going to take it anyway, man. Moss Money, B. Diddy, Steve-O. We out.
Peace.